Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles. It is just me for this video. I'm going to do my best to speak. Still having some trouble, getting better, but it's still hard to talk. So today we're going to talk about D23 Brazil because Disney decided they're going to do a D23 in Brazil now. And I'm telling you right now, the reason's money. Because Brazil has always been a country that sends a lot of people over to the theme parks. And Disney is losing the, American audience because people are getting fed up with the price hikes and the expenses and stuff. So now they're trying to appeal to Brazil. And they are like kissing their butts over there, going on about, oh, it's so great to be here because you're so important to Disney parks and experiences, because they know they're one of their big markets. And it's funny because a lot of times overseas people get a better deal to come over here than the American people do. It's absolute crap. But they're over in Brazil kissing their butts, and because they're over there kissing their butts trying to make money and get money because they're desperate, they're over there jumping all this information about, what's coming to the parks and Marvel and all this stuff as if it was their, the regular big D23. And among some of the information, we're going to look at a couple things today. One of the things that people are upset about is they're talking about Monstropolis again, but they're not saying where it's going. And I think the non-answer is the answer. They're also showing footage of them riding around in like trucks on a dirt track and saying, oh, look, it's research for the new Cars ride, which I'm not sure if that's, the win they think it is. And then we have some information about some upcoming movies and things like, for example, Toy Story 5, the villains are going to be, Buzz Lightyear, because, Lightyear didn't teach them anything. So before we get into it further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a woohoo, and we're going to talk about this. So the big thing that other people are upset about right now is the Monstropolis thing. If you haven't been following, at the last D23, they made an announcement because they're trying to make all these announcements. They're trying desperately to compete with Universal Orlando. And they made this announcement that they were going to be doing Monstropolis, and they're going to bring that door attraction that has been rumored for at least 10 years to Disney's Hollywood Studios. The problem is, in the concept art, they showed two locations. They're clearly in different areas of the park. This one in the picture I have in front of you is over by the gateway to Galaxy's Edge and Muppets Courtyard. This is the one people are afraid of. The other one is over at the launch bay and the animation courtyard. And the launch bay isn't that popular, so it makes more sense to put it over there. It's also closer to the Pixar areas. It makes the most sense to put it in that area. So I'm hoping that's what they do with it, because that makes the most sense logistically where it's located. But they're not telling people. So they made this a big thing today. They were like showing, oh, here's stuff coming to Walt Disney World. And they showed the stupid, like they're in vehicles on a fake track riding around as research for Cars Land, which is completely stupid because people don't want it. It's going to be a big, mess, and it's going to take out Rivers of America, which is a whole other issue. But they're going to Brazil, promote it there because people here have already pushed back. But they also want to push this Monstropolis area. Now, let me go down here. You can see the other, click on it here. You can see the other area where they were talking about. So they were taking pictures of and showing. They have the cars thing. These were all not new. These were already, revealed here. But among the stuff they did was this. This is the one that's probably going to be located over at Launch Bay. That's that one. But the other one with Sully is most likely over in Muppets Courtyard, because there's like the gateway to Galaxy's Edge. People immediately were like, but where's it going? All they're saying is, oh, it's going to start construction next year, which implies they know where it's going, but they won't say, which has a lot of people concerned. If you're going to start construction next year, you clearly have already decided where you're putting it, because you're going to have to start filing permits and stuff, but you refuse to tell people and answer the question. The problem is, by not answering the question, people are pretty much assuming at this point that it's going to go in the Muppets Courtyard, which is where people do not want it to go. The Muppets was like one of the last rides Jim Henson worked on. It's, they're coming up on, a big anniversary soon and everything else. And it's a threat to the Muppets. People are not happy. They're not answering. Their lack of answer, I think, is the answer. So I put some of the tweets here. Yeah, Alicia Stella, she's like, but where is Monstropolis going? And people are like, I feel the reluctance to tell us where Monstropolis is going tells us everything we need to know. Agreed, Joe. I mean, this is just a fraction of the comments are all saying, but where's Monstropolis going? Is Muppet Vision safe? Where is it going? And so they keep asking and they will not answer the question. And I think it's going to be a matter of you won't get an answer until they get permits filed. But the fact that they refuse to answer this question, knowing the reaction, tells me it's probably going to go in Muppets Courtyard. The launch bay makes more sense. It's right by Pixar stuff, right by Toy Story Land. That's where I would put it. But if that was the case and they know people are really upset about Muppet Vision, why not just say, oh, we're going to put it over there because that's close to, Toy Story Land and everything else that makes the most sense. They will not say that. They will not answer the question, which to me says, oh shit, they're going to put it in Muppet Courtyard, which is not going to go well for them. They're going to get a lot of pushback. But they're just like making all these kind of announcements. They're talking about that. They were talking about, here, I'll show you real quick, the dirt track. Look, guys, here's the Imagineers on a dirt track with a couple cars trying to see what it's like to ride on a dirt track, because that's what's good. This crap's what's going to go in where Rivers of America are. Again, people aren't happy, but that's why they're going to Brazil, because people in America are getting tired of their shit. They're teasing Toy Story 5. And again, one of those movies like, why do we need another Toy Story? Wasn't Buzz Lightyear enough? No. Now, because Buzz Lightyear did so terrible, because we didn't have a proper Buzz, their answer to fix that is, we're going to make Toy Story 5 and we're going to put a whole bunch of Buzzes in it. Because, they're going to be the enemy because they got reset into a different mode. So now they're the enemy in the movie. I'm just sitting here like, so you didn't do well with the other one, and that's your answer. Well, people are mad it wasn't enough Buzz Lightyear. That was real Buzz Lightyear. So now we're going to flood it with real Buzz Lightyear. Because, of course you are. It's Buzz's army. All the Buzz you want. I'm sure voiced by Tim Allen. Is going to be... Again, they're making these announcements. They're trying very hard to make them sound like people are excited about it. Now, the Toy Story 5 people are actually excited about, because they were mad about no Buzz, so now they're getting lots of Buzz. But the other things, they're just over there trying, and they're like kissing their butts over there because they're desperately trying to get them to come here because American people aren't going to the theme parks. Like, the attendance is down, the costs are up, the Cars ride, it's going to be another e-ticket attraction. Of course it is. And how much is that going to cost for a Lightning Lane pass? Because that's all it's about now. Hurry up, shove a bunch of attractions in there so we can upcharge for the Lightning Lane. We can charge more for the Lightning Lane for the day, and we can charge individual Lightning Lane prices as higher, for those attractions, and then make sure that it's really hard to get on it unless you pay the upcharge. That's all it's about. It's all it's about. But it's just funny to me because they're over in Brazil, and people are like, why are they in Brazil? Well, that's why they're in Brazil, because they're really desperately trying to get other audiences to come to the U.S. or go to the places where people are making money or they make money off of, to try to get them to come here. Because the American people aren't going because it's too damn expensive. But again, people over there, and especially the UK is another one, they get huge price breaks and deals. They get 2-week packages that are ridiculously cheap in comparison to what we pay over here. And I'm like, or hear me out here, Disney. You could just make your prices more reasonable for people here. I mean, if you're going to give deals to them overseas to get them to come here, why not just give deals to people that are already here instead of nickel and diming them to death? I mean, their latest move was an $800 Tiana New Year's Eve dinner with fireworks. I don't think it's really a dinner. It's like different stations, and there's champagne toast, and it's $800 a person. That's their answer. Charge more, and then go get the foreign people to come over. Instead of just like making it, more affordable for people in America. Anyway, there you go. Other things they were mentioning was they're going to bring Scarlet Witch back. No surprise there. They're going to try to do more with Deadpool and Wolverine. Avengers are going to be really, really important moving forward. Again, no surprise in any of those things. Marvel's supposed to be doing like either 2 films a year and 3 shows, or 3 films a year and 2 shows. I can't remember which one it is, but they're going to start doing a limit on it. Still, I think that's too much. I mean, it's still too much going on. But there's all kinds of announcements. You got the Twitter, you can see them. It is what it is, but they're going to Brazil because no one else will watch it. So there you go, guys. Comment, let me know what you think. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Join the reef. Go to clownfishminus.com. That's clownfishminus.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt, on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfishminus.com. Thank you so much for the support.